What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another reaction. Today we have Logan Paul is still a terrible person. So I'm assuming this is with the Pokemon, yeah, as the title says, the Pokemon situation, but also like with him trading and selling Pokemon cards. I don't know too much about that, but I know he's been doing that shit along with the boxing and the podcast, well, boxing with his brother Jake. But without further ado, let's get into this video by Jamari.
So the year literally just started, and Logan Paul has already found himself in hot water, and the seeds of this drama were actually planted years ago. I'm sure some of you remember back in 2022, when Logan was getting increasingly interested in Pokemon trading cards.
I know you're thinking, this is stupid, right? You're paying $250,000 for a piece of cardboard, and you're right. Pokemon is blowing up. I have no doubt in my mind this card will be...
No, yeah, if you've seen the amount of money people have bought Pokemon cards or have sold Pokemon cards. I got a friend whose dad resells Pokemon cards. My nigga, he said he make a penny buck, and I'm not. And look, I don't need no proof because the proof is in the pudding. If y'all seen like the trades and them selling it on eBay, on Amazon, hell, I think you could find some on even Facebook Marketplace, all over, bro. I'm telling you, it's very big. The rarity is very big because I think it's been out so long, and it's Pokemon, like it's a name brand. Like, of course, probably a few of y'all don't probably play Pokemon or know too much about Pokemon, me included, but it's a big market.
Worth $1 million between 2 and 3 years from now.
Spending millions of dollars to acquire Charizards and unopened packs, as well as other specific sought-after Pokemon assets. This, of course, was after the whole NFT wave and the CryptoZoo project, and we all know the massive scandal and lawsuits that came out of that.
I'll keep harping on it. Stop making fun of NFTs. People like, yo, it is important technology, and I think it's will become more and more prominent in our
That's
everyday
also
lives.
just one part of NFTs.
One part.
There's so much about it.
Agreed.
George was there?
I think at that
Oh,
time,
that
Logan
gotta
really
be
wanted to shift to more tangible assets, as the writing was kind of already on the wall that the overall NFT space was mostly worthless, leaving countless investors bought into countless projects holding useless JPEG images. And on the surface level, there was nothing wrong with him garnering these tangible assets. If anything, it was actually a much more intelligent move for Logan, but then the gears started spinning in his head, and he got involved once again with what now appears to be a shady business.
Question: how much you think you can sell the nearest Pokemon card you have with you, like on you right now? Like if you have a Pokemon card or a Pokemon card collection, what do you think is your most expensive Pokemon card? Like dead ass. I might start collecting. I'm collecting comics. Perfect time to show the collection. We got Hunter, the Hunt for Xavier, the Uncanny X-Men. We have the Flash, 1 million. Don't know if y'all heard about these. Daredevil, the Man Without Fear. Issue 3, I think. That's how you supposed to say it. Green Arrow, Crossroads, Fire Edition, and the Avengers Secret Initiative. This is Secret Invasions also. I don't know if y'all into comics or not like that, but I started collecting comics, and I think comics could run about the same as Pokemon cards, if not a little less, but it still, so they get up there. So.
And this is where the liquid marketplace comes into play, a venture that claimed that they would be allowing users to obtain fractional shares of trading cards and other memorabilia, including NFTs.
The liquid marketplace uses tokens as a way to buy, sell, and trade ownership of a physical item on blockchain. These specific tokens issue smart contracts, which represent co-ownership in the underlying asset. Tokenization is what allows us to fractionalize and digitize the ownership of physical assets. We authenticate the asset and appraise it. The appraisal price is how we determine the number of tokens the asset will be split into. The total number of tokens is equal to the value of that asset.
Now in concept, this was a very appealing project to the average person, as they would no longer need the massive capital, sometimes in the millions of dollars, to get a piece of collectible history. And that can be viewed in a very similar light to fractional shares of a company, which brokerages like Robinhood have made extremely popular.
Now you can just buy a token on Liquid Marketplace to own high value, top tier assets that you cannot get anywhere else, right? Like these are the best assets in the world.
You also have to remember that at this time, even massive entities like the NBA were selling digital collectibles, most infamously their Moment series, where anyone could purchase the licensing rights to historic highlights, like a LeBron James dunk or a Steph Curry three-pointer, with some individual moments selling for over $200,000, with an overall monthly trading volume of over $200 million on their platform. My point is that many people all around the world by this time were bought into the idea of virtual ownership, and with Logan leading the charge on the Liquid marketplace, still with a virtually cleaner reputation online besides the Japan scandal, which at that time was years ago, so many did feel comfortable throwing some money into the Liquid marketplace that he himself claimed that he co-owned.
What's up, y'all? Logan here. As an avid collector and strategic investor myself, I am so stoked to announce the launch of Liquid Marketplace, a platform where collectors can buy and sell fractions of rare collectibles via tokens on the blockchain. As a co-founder of Liquid Marketplace, I believe we're set to level the playing field by allowing anyone to own a piece of the world's rarest collectibles. Liquid Marketplace will curate a collection of highly sought-after items available in our ecosystem where users can buy in to be a partial owner. We'll keep the collectibles safe in our Liquid Marketplace vault, and when you're ready, you can buy, sell, and trade your portion of ownership with other members.
And in the introduction video,
correct me if I'm wrong, but it wasn't Logan involved in like a scandal or like a scam recently, or like a year or 2 years ago? Like in some, or maybe I think I think he was, but I'm also thinking of the Hot Tub girl with the Hot Tub meme coin and how that shit went sideways. So yeah.
he shows off some of their bigger ticket items, like a PSA 8 Pikachu card, a box of Pokemon cards, and several NBA trading cards, all with a combined value in the millions of dollars.
Go sign up today, build your dream collection, and own a piece of the rarest collectibles in the world on Liquid Marketplace.
Are you a Roblox fanatic?
No.
Microsoft Rewards has a brand new way for you to earn digital gift cards from Roblox.
Hold on. Perfect time. We'll be right back.
Just sign up for Microsoft Reward.
Voted Product of the Year, it's Snackies. Hold your drink and the snacks you love all in one hand. Perfect in the car or chilling on the couch. Snackies go anywhere. Sealed tight for less mess. Absolutely everyone loves Snackies! Kids mess in the car? With Snackies, it's clean and easy. Perfectly sealed so no more mess. Perfect after a workout, at the game, after practice, even on the road. Holds a full 16 ounces and a whole bag of chips. Make it healthy with fruit and a protein shake. How about nuggets and fries and your drink all in one hand?
I love it.
Party in a cup.
You can get your Snackies today for $9.99 online or at any of these fine retailers. Must be 18 years or older to order online.
Now keep in mind that was all the way back in the summer of 2022, and even back then people in the trading card community were skeptical to say the least. And fellow YouTuber Rattle Pokemon has really been on Logan's neck about the Liquid marketplace since day one, speculating that this entire venture could end up being the next crypto zoo, and calling out some of the more questionable aspects of this plan.
This is the thing of nightmares. We may change or revise any aspect of these terms or the platform from time to time in our sole discretion by posting the revised terms on the platform. Or
is that the fine print?
You the revised terms. We change the rules when we want to. I guess it applies immediately. You acknowledge and agree that the form and nature of the platform and any part of it may change from time to time without prior notice to you, and that we may add new features and change any part of the platform at any time without notice. You agree that we shall not be liable to you or any third party for any modification or termination of the platform or your account. You agree that Liquid Marketplace is not liable for any losses you may incur as a result of or associated with any transaction delays or unavailability.
Now when we fast forward to 3.5 years later, the situation has finally come back to rear its ugly head, and it was all sparked by yet another video that Logan Paul himself released, where he claims that he will be selling his most prized Pokemon card, a PSA 10 Pikachu Illustrator, for $5.3 million.
Oh my god. Fuck. What?
So including a royalty of this entire $25 million auction
For
that the
what?
card would be sold at.
I want to do the biggest Pokemon and TCG auction ever. I will give you a piece of every single thing that we sell in that auction. We'll make that lot number one. So if I have a $25 million auction and you're getting a piece of it, it's like a royalty, right? I mean, you know, it's free money.
My heart tells me
to do this deal with you, and so I will do the deal with you.
Great. Great.
Now give me that.
And now that we fast forward to 3.5 years later, the situation has come back to rear its ugly head. Because when we do go back to 3 years ago, one of the largest selling points of the entire Liquid marketplace was the fractional sale of this specific card.
There is one trading card that's the holy grail of the Pokemon game. A card that represents what Pokemon wouldn't be without. The coveted Pikachu Illustrator. This card became one of the most sought after trading cards ever. Collectors were traveling near and far to get their hands on it. Logan Paul made it his mission to own the only copy of the card that received a PSA 10 rating. They completed a sale, making it the most expensive card in the world. Co-ownership of this card means that you're not just a partial owner of the world's most expensive trading card, you would own a piece of history. So avid collectors, Pokemon lovers, people who just want bragging rights.
It just fascinates me sometimes how like humans just put like us humans just put so much time and effort into just like so many things, just like so meaningless. Like to us it's meaningful. To them and the people who like this and dedicate their time and energy like to hobbies to this, it's important to them. You know what I'm saying? But like in the grand scheme of things, it's just like we just give a lot of things so much time and energy that just doesn't need it. Or necessarily that time could be better spent doing something else or bettering something else. Not to say that this is their hobby, they should enjoy it. This is something that is unique to them, and I'm not hating on it or knocking it down.
This opportunity is once in a lifetime, and we at Liquid Marketplace are offering it.
Now this was advertised dozens of times by the Liquid Marketplace brand, using Logan's likeness over and over again to promote the sale of this card.
I am listing my one-of-one PSA 10 Pikachu Illustrator on Liquid Marketplace. LiquidMarketplace.io to buy and to co-own the only one-of-one PSA 10 Pikachu Illustrator in the world. So
one
instead
of
of me
many
being the
IG
only
posts.
person in the world who owns this card, we as a collective can own it together.
Some of you might even remember that he infamously walked out with this card chained around his neck during his first WWE professional match around that time. And he even got a Guinness World Record for the purchase of the card.
Oh, speaking of boxing, even though we're not really talking about boxing, y'all seen that Jake Paul fight? Oh, yeah. Boy, I'm saying.
Buying it for $5.2 million.
Wow! My whole life!
You got it! Now here is where Rattle Pokemon, real name Michael, comes back into play, as for the last 3 years he has continued his coverage of this, and he found several issues with the entire thing, and specifically this entire card. First off, he claims that this card was not, and should have never been graded a PSA 10. Now, the claim here is that the card was previously graded a 9 before Logan owned it, but was allegedly sent in time and time again before Logan purchased it to eventually be given the Holy Grail grade. He cites these photos specifically from that era, where it was allegedly still a 9 grade. And like I said, by the time Logan got his hands on it, he himself traded the same type of card, graded at a 9, plus $4 million cash, for the now Holy Grail 10, that should really be a 9, and this is where the $5.275 million number comes in.
Oh, they're throwing out numbers and cards and shit. Hold
card in the world.
God damn, let me breathe. Fuck. Yeah, give me flashbacks to when I used to watch the Yu-Gi-Oh show.
There's only one of them, one in a PSA 10. You see the label up there, meaning it's perfect.
And like I said, now it is apparently set to hit the auction in February and to also be featured on some Netflix collectible show. And some experts believe it could fetch anywhere from $7 to $12 million.
This card couldn't be bought. It was earned.
And this left many people wondering a few things, but mainly why the sale of this was going to be allowed if so many people had this fractional ownership of the card from the Liquid Marketplace. And would they get paid out from the alleged sale in this video, or even the eventual auction set to take place in a couple of days? Now, in response to all of this negative publicity, Logan said this: "Attention Liquid Marketplace users. As you may know, the PSA 10 Pikachu Illustrator was previously listed on Liquid Marketplace, where users could purchase tokens that, according according to the company, represented fractional ownership interest in the card. In May 2024, consistent with the platform's terms, I paid a substantial buyout amount to the platform, which was intended to be distributed to fractional owners based on their respective percentages. I was informed at the time that the funds had been distributed accordingly, meaning around 2 years after the fractional sale of this card. Logan says he used some sort of loophole as term to buy back a rumored 49%. This was the amount of the card that he no longer owned after the initial fractional sale, so he allegedly always had 51% in his possession, and now he got the rest of the pie too, rumored to have cost him around $250,000 for this repurchase, which if I'm doing the math on this alleged buyback, it values the card at only around $510,000. A far cry from the $5.275 million number, and many investors now claim that they never even got their portion of this buyback repurchase.
Wow.
We as a collective can co-own it together. I'll also be listing it for $5 million instead of the $5.3 million I bought it for. So basically I'll be giving you guys $300,000 discounts because everyone likes discounts.
No, it's because I have the most expensive Pokemon card around my neck, and
Bro,
yeah, let's see it. Superman.
Nobody trying to see that measly ass chain, my nigga. Like, goddamn, bro. Like, bro bragging about a Pokemon chain. Get out, nigga. We got niggas starving. You want to do something, my niggas? Instead of spending $2.4 million on a damn chain, on a damn Pokemon card, nigga, go do what Mr. Beast be doing, nigga. Go feed the homeless, nigga. Go make affordable housing for niggas. How about that? Sorry.
The one of one.
Unfortunately, afterward, the company and some of its principals face regulatory scrutiny, a process in which I have no involvement or insight, as it does not relate to me.
As a co-founder of Liquid Marketplace. What's up, y'all? So you may have seen me introduce myself as a co-founder of Liquid Marketplace.
I recently learned that the platform also experienced operational issues, which affected user access to accounts and funds held on the platform. As a result, many Liquid Marketplace users have been unable to access their buyout proceeds or wallet balances, with no clear timeline for resolution. For those affected and unable to withdraw your funds, please know that I am actively working with Liquid Marketplace to help ensure these funds can be released in the near future, just as intended when I repurchased the Illustrator in May of 2024. Stay tuned for updates. So to me, in my personal opinion, this whole thing looks eerily similar to like a CryptoZoo 2.0. And it is also my opinion
that's what I was talking
Logan
about
is trying
earlier.
to kind of wash his hands of this entire Liquid Marketplace idea.
This card couldn't be bought. It was earned.
Michael says that even back in 2023, Logan had already branded away from the company.
Here it is. Here's the current status, the current bio here. Maybe it's a coincidence. Maybe it's all just a coincidence. But if we go back in time, the most recent screenshot that we had was October 14th. And sure enough, co-founder at Liquid Marketplace. If you went to the homepage, you get this nice little co-own with Logan Paul.
You could have said it could be
banner
edited,
right up in the
but
top with the own everything. They don't make very many changes to their website, so this is definitely an odd one. But if we look at it now, nothing. We got own anything, and the Logan Paul advertising
completely
on the main
removed
page
himself
here,
from it.
she gone.
And they themselves have gone dark on social media since then, with the entire Liquid Marketplace platform being inaccessible at this time.
No fucking way, bro. There's too many scams happening. Like with the meme coin, with the when he said with the zoo scam, now this. I mean, and 100 of others that we that haven't even made the public.
Since because by June of 2024, the Ontario Securities Commission did hit Liquid Marketplace with allegations of a multi-layered fraud. But Logan himself is not actually in the paperwork, it's actually only 3 guys: Ryan Bahadori, Amin Nikdel, and Dennis Dazamet. Which is hilarious because that does sound like the 3 main villains in a shitty action movie. The OSC alleged that the founders of the Liquid Marketplace, these 3 guys, spent $3 of the $10 million raised from investors for their own personal enrichment, alleging items such as designer clothing, jewelry, and luxury watches, while using shell companies to do so. They also argued that these LMP tokens, which represented the fractional shares in theory, were actually unregistered securities, i.e. not compliant with the SEC, meaning the tokens did not truly represent legal ownership, and that many items on their platform were not properly authenticated or insured. But still, this case will not be heard for months, most likely until the summer. Like I said, Logan is not listed in the OSC complaints, and some do speculate that this is also the reason that investors were not paid in this buyback yet. Because obviously the investigation is still ongoing, and so now anything involved with the liquid marketplace is essentially frozen. Either way, my conclusion is the same as many other instances, and it's that, in my opinion, whether it's been CryptoZoo, NFTs, Pokemon, or the blockchain, he just wanted that piece of the action, and so he put his name in all these different projects that eventually looked extremely shady, to say the least. But for now, that is all of the information. It will be interesting to see what happens with this auction in February and this whole Netflix episode. But either way, I want to know what you guys think about this liquid marketplace fiasco down below. I'm sure the Pokemon and trading card community is just in absolute frenzy right now. You know, maybe Logan Paul's become public enemy #1. But either way, I do want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribe.
Yeah, thank y'all for watching. Yeah, this is it's definitely going on his track record now. Thank you for watching. Turn on post notifications, subscribe, and leave a comment in the comment section to let me know your favorite part of the video or what video you want me to react next. Bye.
I've been busy.